Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special one because this is my final prediction ahead of the Coronation Night of Miss South Africa 2022. A lot of you have been requesting this video and asking me, Luis, where are your final predictions? I know that I took some time, but guys, it's been so difficult to narrow down to a top 5 because honestly the potential and the substance and the beauty of these candidates is just unmatched. However, after a lot of thinking and a lot of ups and downs and considering a lot of different things, I did manage to come up with a top 5 that I will be presenting to you guys today. As usual, I really hope that you guys enjoy this video and that you find some sort of value in it. If you do, don't forget to hit the like button so this video gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And of course, let me know in the comment section what do you think about my comments, my feedback, as well as my top 5 picks. Now, I won't keep you waiting much longer. Enough of me talking. Let's get into the final picks right after the intro.
Be strong.
Alright everyone, let's get right into it. At number 5 on my list, we have Luanda Zuma. I think that in terms of physical beauty, Luanda is one of the most prepared candidates of the entire batch of girls. I mean, the silhouettes on this woman are just otherworldly, and I honestly think that she stands out in a crowd. She has that wow factor that whenever I'm looking at the batch of girls, for some reason, my eye always goes to Luanda. Same thing goes for her facial beauty. I feel like it's so captivating. The bone structure of her face is so beautiful, and because of those things, she rightfully deserved a spot within the top 5. Now, if we talk a little bit about her background, I wrote some notes here on the side. So she's an international model, an entrepreneur, and she's also finishing her last year at AFDA as a Bachelor of Life Performance. This is honestly no surprise for me because she just has something that grabs people's attention. I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but if for some reason she doesn't manage to get a crown during this edition of Miss South Africa 2022, I do believe that Luanda should try herself for Miss Grand South Africa. She would definitely excel at Miss Grand, and I think that she could bring home the crown. But focusing a little bit more on Miss South Africa 2022, I think that perhaps a crown like Miss Supranational or even Miss Universe will fit her very well. So let me know in the comment section if you guys agree with me. But now let's move on to my 4th pick, and that goes to Louvain Meyer. Before we even talk about her beauty, I just want to cover a little bit of her background as well. I have my notes here on the side. So she's a full-time model and a small business co-owner. She has a Bachelor of Health Science and Social Services degree and an honors degree in psychology from the University of South Africa. She is also thinking of pursuing her studies until she achieves her master's degree in clinical psychology. So right off the bat, let's face it, we are talking about an intellectual woman, a smart woman, a woman of substance, and that's so important, especially nowadays in pageantry. I cannot think of a single pageant in the world where you can just go and excel with a beautiful face and a beautiful body. You need a lot more than that nowadays. And personally speaking, I think that Louvain has what it takes to represent South Africa perfectly well anywhere in the world, any pageant. But now talking a little bit more of the technicalities of the pageant, I think that her facial beauty is so remarkable. I really like as well how toned her body is. I mean, this woman is a full-time model, so you know that taking care of her body and her wellness and well-being is definitely part of her day-to-day, or at least we would assume, right? In a lot of different photos that I've seen of her, different photo shoots, different scenarios, she always gives me these very timeless beauty vibes, you know? And what I mean by that is that she is not one of these girls who is just like following trends, you know, like sometimes like a specific type of face or a specific type of body or like a specific hair color will be the trend. This is not the case for Louvain. Whenever I see her, I think that this woman would be considered beautiful like 30 years ago, and she will still be considered beautiful 30 years from now. Another thing that I really loved about her is how passionate she seems about her Miss South Africa journey. You can see that she is very invested in it, that she is very serious about it. And as I said earlier, besides being a very smart woman and having all of these studies, she is also a full-time model. So I can definitely see how having this platform will be amazing, not only for her purpose, her advocacy, and her goals, but also on a professional level, it will be an excellent way to continue growing. All right, now let's get into my 3rd pick. At number 3, we have Lebogang Malangu. I know for a fact that Lebogang is a fan favorite in this competition. I have seen so many amazing comments praising her beauty, praising her skills, just praising her as a human being because she is so impressive. One of the things that I really appreciate about her is her communication skills. Whenever she speaks, you want to listen, you want to pay attention. You know that there is something meaningful, purposeful, and useful coming out of her mouth. And as I said earlier, for another one of the picks, in today's pageant industry, this is not only something that is encouraged, but this is mandatory. Can you imagine sending a girl internationally who is beautiful, but she is unable to speak up her mind? That will be unheard of. Luckily, none of the candidates of the top 10 have that issue. Now, talking a little bit about her background, she did mention that she works for a multinational FMCG company as a procurement specialist, and she does have as well a bachelor's degree in food science. So that does confirm that the brains and the intelligence, it is right there. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but for me personally, Lebogang looks so similar to Tato Moselli, and I said that as the best compliment that I could possibly give anyone, because both of them are so beautiful, both of them are so smart, and I'm not just talking about the looks, of course. I'm also talking about the personality, the way that they behave themselves, the way that they interact with other people as well. So that's really a characteristic about Lebogang that I do appreciate. On top of that, I mean, just talking about herself as a person, her facial beauty, as I said, so defined, so structured. I personally think that that makes her really appealing to the eye. You know, her aesthetic is just on point, and same thing goes for her physical condition, one of the most toned bodies in the competition. Now it is time to reveal my second pick on this prediction list, and that goes to Tamsin Jack. I remember when the Miss South Africa organization officially announced the list of candidates that would compete on this year's edition of Miss South Africa, and Tamsin was the one that really caught my attention since the beginning. I mean, there is just something about this woman's beauty that she's not just beautiful, she is really on a whole different level. This is a type of beauty that deserves to be in the magazines, in the movies. Please, I want posters with Tamsin everywhere. But you know, the more that we got into the competition and that we got to know the candidates, I was very pleasantly surprised with her personality as well. I was expecting her to be like this fierce glamazon girl who is not scared of anything, that has so much confidence and that is just ready to go there and snatch the crown. However, I think that we got to see a little bit more of a softer side to Tamsin and really just learn about who she is as a person, how caring she is, how passionate she is, also how much she can be affected based on people's criticism and the things that are thrown at the girls out there. And I just found that so refreshing, because for some reason sometimes the pageant fans don't realize the impact that our words can have on these candidates, you know. And for me personally, seeing someone who is so in touch with her emotions and who is also so vocal about it, sometimes I believe that it might be easier to just pretend to be confident, to just pretend to be okay at all times. But it does take a lot of courage to just be unapologetically yourself and put your insecurities and your emotions out there, because at the same time you're opening yourself to criticism. And I think that she did that, and in my opinion, it really paid off, because I can see her now not only just as a beautiful woman, but I can see her as a human being. I can see her struggles, I can see her goals and her objectives in life, and hopefully the stars will align and she will be able to get one of the titles. I think that her type of beauty will be appreciated, let's be honest, in any pageant that she is sent to. However, I think that Tamsin has the look and the heart for Miss World. Alright, so the time has come for me to announce my number one pick for this edition of Miss South Africa 2022. I will say it was not an easy pick. I really had to rework on this list many times. A lot of you guys were asking me, where is the list? Where is the list? Well, the list was here, but I was just working on the order because I just kept on changing everyone's position. However, based on performance, based on personality, based on physical beauty, advocacy, and everything else that you will take into consideration for this type of pageants, my number one pick goes to Ndavi Nokeri. What a beautiful woman. I have gained so much love and respect for Ndavi all throughout this competition. Honestly, she has been just so like a refreshing candidate to discover. And especially, you know, just a little disclaimer, a lot of the information and references that I got are from the Miss South Africa organization Instagram page. But at the same time, the reality show that they were releasing on their YouTube channel, I think that seeing the candidates interacting with themselves, talking about their emotions and just their goals, it's something that really helped me to decide who I think should move on to the top 5. There's also a lot of different contents out there that will allow you to better get to know them. But when it comes to Ndavi, honestly, I just thought that her personality was just so soft, was just so delicate, was just so approachable and likable, that for me, that's something that is extremely important for a beauty queen nowadays. Let's remember the purpose of this entire thing, and that is to select a role model who will inspire women, but also just youth overall from South Africa. And I think that Ndavi can do that perfectly. She is very young herself, but at such a young age, she's a very ambitious person, and she definitely has accomplished a lot as well. She did obtain an investment management degree from the University of Pretoria, and she is currently working for an asset management company in Cape Town. But besides the professional background, something that I also really appreciated about her was her advocacy. She has been very vocal about her advocacy, which is being an advocate for educational and skills development for South African youth. I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with Lalela's advocacy, which is the hashtag Be Ready campaign, to give young people the tools that they need in order to start a business and succeed in life in that way, to learn all of the different steps that they need to take in order to launch a successful business. Well, I think that this is also so important, because this is kind of like the step that will come just before that, making sure that you have the educational and skills development for you to go and do those things. So in my opinion, these advocacies are very close and very related without necessarily being the same thing. I do think that if she was sent to Miss Universe, she will do an amazing job representing South Africa, while at the same time putting the flag really high out there. She has the communication skills, she has the passion, she has the advocacy, she has the presence, she has the likability and relatability. I don't even know what other adjective can I add to that in order to convince you guys why she should get the crown. Just kidding. All right. But what I'm trying to say, it all boils down to the fact that I believe she will be such an amazing inspiration and role model for the youth. And I think that out of all of the things that a Miss should do, and out of all of the things that a Miss should accomplish, that is really the most important job. So I don't know if you guys agree with me, but that's what the comment section is for. Now, before I end this entire video, I will say a few things. And I just want to say to the entire top 10, girls, all of you are exceptional. It doesn't matter if you're on this list or not. Honestly, whoever gets whatever crown it is, I will be so happy, because I've been invested with this group of girls. I honestly have enjoyed so much watching the videos, looking at the photos, just getting to know all of you and what you stand for as well. I will say that my heart is going to be a little bit sad on Saturday, because I will not be in South Africa, even though Lalela asked me to come twice. But hopefully I will get to visit South Africa very soon, and I will get to meet everyone, hopefully. And my overall message for the audience and the fans and everyone, please just send love and appreciation and support to the candidates, whether they get the titles or they don't. It doesn't matter. There are still amazing, inspiring, and empowered women. So there you go, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And as usual, don't forget to hit the like button so that this video gets recommended to more people. Please go ahead and do it. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, our traditional hug here in the channel. Please come. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, stay safe. Be kind to one another. Sending you all my love, all my kisses. I'll see you on the next one.